Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Shabbat Shalom, my people, my people, my people, my people. People of the Most High, Hebrew Israel, the true people of the Most High, the chosen people of the Most High, that the Most High has begotten us, the true Hebrew people. Good morning. So I want to go back onto the topic of Sonya Massey and her injustice that has happened to her. And of course, you already know that the Twitter mongrel them, they're out in them numbers. That's what they are. Is it me? They're out in them numbers. And I want to retouch a topic because I wanted to talk about it a little bit more. My wife and I wanted to do a Bible study, but the anesthesia is still, it's going to be a while before we can decently have a Bible study together. Hopefully, if she's feeling up to it, we can probably have a Bible study tonight, but I can guarantee you she might be falling asleep during the Bible study. You know, not that she doesn't fall asleep during the other Bible studies, but, you know, this one she really gonna fall asleep like in the middle of it because of the anesthesia's effect still on her. Anyway, listen. Let's recap the whole entire incident. We're gonna recap the whole entire incident. And the incident is this. Sonya Massey called the police. She did not feel safe and she felt as if there was a prowler in her neighborhood, like prowling around and whatever it is, and she wanted them to come and just like secure the perimeter, make sure so everything alright. You see me? Them come, them check the perimeter, and then they report it back to her, say yo, them not find the body. And then all of a sudden, like I said before, what seemed odd to me is like they started to press her. They started to press her. Them start to press her. And what I mean by press her, them start to question her in a certain manner that made her look guilty. So them start press her now and say, "Boy, how, yo, are your car that? Is that your car?" and stuff like that and blah 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 blah. And until they got to the point of they're in her house. Now, from my understanding, they're not supposed to be in that woman's house unless they have a probable cause, like a super probable cause, or unless they have a warrant. Now, being that is that she allowed them, right? Because I'm certain it wasn't by invitation. From what I'm watching and listening, that definitely was not by invitation. She allowed them to step in. Now, they're in the woman's house without cause. Them start press her some more. How is it that you're gonna be in somebody's house and you're now pressing them inside their own house? What investigation are you conducting? Because what it seemed to me is that they were trying to find a reason to take her in. They were finding a reason. That's how I saw it. And that's what I was talking to my wife about last night. I was like saying that the more I watch it, the more it just seems more jump out at me. That he's now pressing her to see if he can find a reason to take her down to the jailhouse and lock her up, to take her down to lockup. That's how I see it. He's trying to find a reason to suspect her of something. You understand? How's the mental health? What the fuck does that have to do with what you originally came to do? Oh, we just need your ID, then we can get out your hair. You shouldn't be asking her for her ID in her house in the first place. So, number one, what are you doing in the woman's house? Number two, why do you need her ID while in her house? In her house. In her house, you're asking, well, you know, you can't be too careful, you know. She could have broken into the house and then called the police, and she could have been a mental... People, cite the incident. Cite the incident in which something like this has occurred. Cite the incident in which something like this has occurred. And not just cite the incident, leave links to the story of this occurring, how many times things like this occur, right? And leave the ethnic color of it occurring, right? Because you see, people like to talk things into being as if it's true, and the people who like to do this the most, the ethnic class that like to do this the most, are white people. It's always white, racist people. Yeah, people literally trying to justify this real hard, right? Real hard. They're trying to so like I said before, this is a recap, This is not just I won't even just do this as a recap. This is just a breakdown to as well. This is a breakdown to as well to the situation. So watch this now. Watch this, right? So he starts to press her about her ID. She basically said, I can't find my ID right now. Oh, well, we need your ID so that we can get... Why do you need her ID so desperately and so badly? Why do you need her ID so desperately and so bad? Like I can't fathom why they need it so badly. Why? Like they cannot... They won't be able to answer that in court as to why they needed her ID so desperately. Why did you need her ID so desperately? You cannot. The only thing you can try to say, and you're still going to sound stupid. You're still going to sound stupid. Is that you wanted to identify who she was. Why would you need to identify her in her own house? Why do you need to identify who she was in her own house? Because it's going to be like 100 questions to one of your answer. So anyway, eventually now she alerts them that she has a pot on the stove, and the police officer said to her, say, yo, go take that off the stove and thing, because him not want to fire another house while he's here, etc, etc, etc. You see me? So she basically does that, right? She goes over to the stove, she takes up the oven mitts, right? She takes up the oven mitts, and she basically takes the pot off the stove. Now the officer pretends to be nervous, because you can hear him chuckling and pretending. That's a pretentious chuckle. Pretend to be afraid for his life. Now he has found his cause to be fearful. It's him finding the reason for what he's going to do. That's now his justification. That's now his so-called ace in the hole. He's now found it. So now he's found his ace in the hole about how I'm going to justify the evil that he has just premeditated in his mind to do to the woman. You see me? The man find it. The man said, what? Oh, wow. Okay. She's gonna try to throw that boiling hot water at me. Oh my God, justification. Oh, I am ready. And then he basically, right? So when she says, what's going on over there? Like, why are you acting like this? It just makes me nervous. Dude, you see do you know how far you are? Do you know how far you are from the woman? Do you know how far that kitchen was from the living room? And you're acting nervous for what? You're acting nervous for what? That was pretentious. You understand that you were acting that way as if she was a perpetrator. That was pretentious. Don't even pretend. Don't even lie, yo. Don't even lie. That was pretentious. Right? So him claims say him just nervous of the boiling water and stuff like that. So she rebukes him twice. So she says it first. She says, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And she chuckles. And him say, huh? And she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And him say, you better effing not. I will fucking shoot you in the fucking head. Immediately. And you can still see, if you pause the video, you will see the pot still on the sink or still on the counter. If you pause the video, so no matter what them people are trying to say, the pot was still on the freaking counter when she ducked down. Right? So some analyst is going to have to figure out what happened. Probably when she got hit, she basically beat, I don't know. Anyway, when she ducked down now, she apologizes. She said, I'm sorry. And the man still come round. He heads over to the counter. Now, you tell me, if you're afraid of boiling water, you know duck first, you know back up, back up and you dodge first and then lay out? No, Virgin. This dude went in for the kill. He went in for, this was the man's shining moment. Him couldn't let nobody down after this. Him say, if me met the opportunity ya pass, me not gonna get for live it down. If me met the opportunity ya pass, there will, I don't know when, there's going to be another opportunity to do this. It's not a trigger happy person. He went there with intention. A trigger happy person is different from people who have intentions. Trigger happy people are different from people with intention. I'm not gonna tell you why. What's the difference? A trigger happy person that shoot everyone and everything. Rabbit, dog, deer, every freaking thing I get a bullet. To a trigger happy person because they're nervous around every freaking thing. It's like them have a schizophrenia. That's a trigger happy person basically. That's the first version. A second trigger happy person is somebody that just can't wait for use the gun on anybody. Anybody that care about the race. That's a trigger happy person. That's the second version of a trigger happy person. If you want to call this guy trigger happy, he's trigger happy to shoot a black person. That's what it is. He's trigger happy to shoot a black person. Don't call the man trigger happy because that's basically giving him a way out. Call him what he is, which is evil and the demon that she called out. The man is a living demon. The man is a living demon. Many of them are living demons. That's why them join the police force. So them basically can live out them demonic dreams on the backside. With absolute impunity. And lack of justice for the evil that they do. Especially on black Americans. Them love, that is living the dream for them. That's literally living the dream for them. Taking the life of an innocent black person and justifying the evil that they do. The scripture says that basically they are going to kill you and think that they are doing God's service. What I tell you, say people understand something, no, man? Now, let's talk about what happened afterwards, after the man put it in our dome. Right? The man put it in our dome, put 2 in our dome. Right? And then basically, after him put 2 in our dome, and the partner say, yo, let me go get the kit. Let me go get the kit. Nah, bro. And he sounded all too gleeful. Man said, no, dude. That was a headshot. She done for. It sounded gleeful. The man sounded happy and that he accomplished a mission. That's what the man sound like. That's exactly what he sounded like. You can't tell me nothing. I saw the man sound. Man sounded like mission not friggin' accomplished. You can't save that. You cannot save her. My mission has been accomplished, Virgin. Man's like, no, dude. That's a headshot. She's not coming back from that. The man not even did want to try. He did not even want to try to save her. Because that was his goal the whole time. To put her out of her misery. To take her out of life. That was his goal the whole time. From him make him way into a rotted house. And them start look round. What were they looking around for? To see if nobody else was there that could practically witness the evil that they were about to do to her. We don't even know what them said while they were in their car before them even step out. We don't know that. Oh, well, the other guy is innocent, and he's not innocent. Scriptures say that if you see someone committing evil and you do nothing about it, you are just as evil. You're just as guilty as the person you watch commit that evil. If you say nothing when somebody committing evil, if you do nothing when you see somebody committing evil, the Bible says you are just as guilty as the person who committed the sin. So him see all of this happening, instead of just say, yo, what were I press off for? Let's go home. Why are we pressing her? Let's go. It don't make no sense for I press the woman. For what? What were I press her for? The perimeter safe. Let's get out of here. Let's leave. What we need her ID for? What you, that's the first thing you should ask your partner. Why do we need her ID? You understand? Why the frick we need her ID for? But instead you sat there or you stood there and allowed, and even you yourself was pressing her for her ID. Something that she was unable to find. And then you getting nervous when the person moving around them own freaking house. Then if you were nervous, step out of the goddamn house then. If you were nervous, step out of the damn house then. If you were that friggin' nervous, step out of the goddamn house. Tell her, say you'll be outside waiting for her with her ID. And lock the woman friggin' door. But no, you had intentions. Nobody can tell me say you never have intentions. People listen to what he said after he had done what he did. Listen to what him say. Right? No, just let her fucking what? Let her fucking what? Die. Let her bleed out and die. Right? Let her fucking bleed out and die. That's what you want, Virgin. That's what you were about to say. Either you say let her die or let her bleed out and die. Both are bad. Both are bad. You told the woman you would shoot her in her fucking face. And you did exactly what you said you were going to do. You had the gun trained on the woman. Trained. You're not even de-escalate. You not even try what again, the questions are going to be, why were you in her house pressing her? Why were you in her house and why were you pressing her? Why were you pressing the woman? For what? You have no justification for why you were in the house. And for the little white girl that was talking about how the shooting was justified and you have your face all over TikTok saying that, I hope this happens to your family or to you. That's I don't make any regret for saying that. I have no regret for saying that. I hope it happens to you. Directly to you. Same exact way. I don't want even a black person. I want a white police officer to do exactly to you what was done to Sonya Massey. Or somebody that you love. People talking about how, oh, I don't wish this, no, that's not me. That is not me. That's not me, my friend. I don't wish this on even my worst enemy. Nope. That's not me. That is not me. Because the more it happens to them, the more they get a taste of what black Americans have been facing for such a very long time. And it's not as if they don't know. It's just that they don't know what it feels like to be on the other side of the fence. So let it start happening to them in record numbers. Let them not be able to find the justice that they're supposed to find. Let them hear the same things that black people hear every time this is done. Oh, he threw a rubber ducky at the police officer, so, you know, when you do stupid things like that, you're gonna get killed. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Well, he stepped on a bar of soap and the police officer did not feel safe, so he filled them with a magazine filled with bullets. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. The officer did not feel safe. He had a what seemed like a weapon. And it's justified. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I hope this happens to you or somebody that you love very, very deeply. I hope it does. I hope it does. Because the same evil that you people introduce onto black Americans, please believe that there's two things that's going to be happening to you in the coming times. One, that evil will be reintroduced onto you by your own people. And two, you're going to be judged for every word that you have spoken. Every word you're coming before. Some of you are claiming to be Christians. Some of you are claiming to love the Most High. Some of you are claiming to know Him. But anyway, people, before I run out of camera space, this is going to be in the Bible study tonight. Enough love and respect. Peace. I am out.